to be honest, I actually going to write a book because, sometimes we feel that, the youths might not be into the reading, but all business people into reading because reading and consuming great content is basically a trade in your mind. And once you're doing that everyday reading and consuming with great content, you will realize that how you speak different and how you watch life, everything will be different.
All right, well, welcome to another episode of the Random Podcast.
Who we here with today,
Today we're going to talk a bit about sales and marketing. You know what I
With
mean?
the one and only Antonio what?
Prescott.
Otherwise known as Banderas.
All
Most
right.
people call me they see me for the first time. Correct, yeah.
Right.
So the drift of today's episode is more on, education.
Correct.
Education
Yeah.
and marketing.
You
Taking
know.
it a little serious.
Yeah, we're not going on a kicks thing.
Mhm.
We got a little fun, but a lot of people need knowledge.
True.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
an
And then too,
episode.
when you say knowledge, it's all about when you get this knowledge, you have to apply this knowledge. Most important because there are a lot of people these days who have knowledge and they're not applying
not
knowledge.
applying
Just
it.
walk around with
That is
that
what
knowledge.
correct.
A lot
Because
of procrastination.
let's be real, right? Education is a good thing, but when you educate yourself, at the end of the day, when you have all these qualifications, all these papers in your name,
What next?
what next? These days we have to understand that, being entrepreneur mindset is something great. Because right now, where this COVID come, is you have to know, to create great ideas, to be creative. Because if you're not creative in this world,
Crack will
smoke your pipe, then we be real.
So you're rich then? COVID don't affect you. So
No, I would I wouldn't say that at all. I would say COVID made me got wiser because
Okay.
I realize now that I have to know to pivot in business. So right now I'm lecturing at CTS College doing sales and marketing. CTS in Shogunas.
Okay.
Yeah. So it might sound great, which is greater extent, but my focus is personal branding because yes, if CTS now decide to do it tomorrow, here what Antonio, I don't no longer need the services, what will I do? So I
Step out on
know,
the street.
correct.
Yeah.
So I now realize that here what, I have to develop my personal branding and how I am doing that is building brand awareness. So I utilize all the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, recently TikTok and LinkedIn. That is the best platform possibly because if you're looking for a job opportunity, all the CEOs, all the managers, everybody on that platform. LinkedIn. It's
LinkedIn or IN?
LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's the best platform
You know
right
about
now.
that?
Yeah, a lot of business. I mean,
All that teach man,
a lot of business people,
So
professionals
So,
use that. Yeah.
You can just go on the Play Store, download
Right.
it. Basically, you're just showing, your qualifications
Yeah, who you are,
and
networking
who you
kind
are,
of
and your networking.
Okay.
So it come basically in a nutshell your digital resume.
Oh.
That way it come like.
Okay,
So
okay,
you have
okay,
your actual
okay.
resume, right, and you distribute it to different companies. They call you for interview. They wouldn't want to go on your Facebook or your Instagram page because
Yeah.
that's your personal
Personal
business.
thing, yeah.
But
So
on
that-
LinkedIn
that's
now,
look at.
we get to
that's
see your activity. What you are
professional.
doing presently. Your mindset, where your mind at. If you're being proactive, it actually have the LinkedIn Live feature where you have to apply for it, and when you obtain it now, you could go live with business professionals, HR directors. So you're not limited because you can reach out to anybody. Look, for example, this company in Port of Spain. I wouldn't call the name, but I reached out. I went to an interview with the company. Didn't
big
get
company?
a big company, right? Didn't get the opportunity. And I was like, okay, all right. Reached out to the CEO now. The CEO messaged me and said, right now they're looking for a sales professional. Look, the vice president email address, sent it to me, and I emailed the vice president. So imagine whoever thought that you could reach out to the CEO of a
directly.
company.
Yeah.
And it's not a small company. It's a company
You do
that
that through LinkedIn?
through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And he
So
gave me the
everybody
vice
there.
president contact, and when I emailed the vice president, I told him that, Mr. This,
I would have applied, I understand
he
that.
was like, all right, I will get back to you ASAP in capital letters, because why? He realized that your network with the CEO, he don't know what affiliation I have with him. So, he treat me differently.
Okay.
see.
I might download this app as soon as it's
Yeah, most important, yeah. And I would say to you, see, like Google, after Google is really YouTube, you know. Because in terms of search, you know, so it's like the business that you're doing right now, which is great, you know, if you're not Googleable, but then after now, you go on YouTube and you promote yourself, and then when you reach a certain amount of subscribers, you get a monthly fee, you know, monthly payment coming in, you know, to your account.
So how is find you on the internet? Where you is on the internet?
Well, my name, because I use my personal name, so Antonio Prescott for all the platforms, but in terms of business, right, I have a unique _ marketing on Instagram, Facebook, so I target SME companies and individuals. So like, if it is now, you have a small business, like you say you're selling women clothes or you're selling anything, I charge $100 a story, you know, 24 hours, and if it is anybody reach out to me, I will provide content for them, because it's not
so you're charging people. How much followers you have to be charging people?
Right now I have 32,000 followers, shucks. But it's not about the followers, because let me be real, right? It have other platforms that have more to say. Well, other businesses that have more on Instagram, but they just put a story. That is it. I know will find out about your business, and then now when you reach out and you ask me so I will give the information and tell you, well, here what, they're credible, it's trusted, because I'm not going to just take money from somebody and not knowing that they're credible or trusted in their business. You know, so I engage into them too. So it's not about just a story post and, well, all right, you contact the business owner. No.
Well, it's COVID, and I mean not have $100, but I would like for a clip to be on the page.
Well, the thing about it now, I actually have a special now, because I realize even followers who maybe 100,000 and more, they're charging $400, but they're not getting, you know, the people to advertise on their platform. So what I did now is, okay, what is taking you to spend, to actually put on your platform a story that are taking you much to do at all, and your story unlimited. So I decided now, here what, I will do a story for you, but not $100, $50, because I know it's hard times. So that is something now I'm rolling out, because $50 and engaging and with the customer and telling them more about your business, and even trying to better your business to gain your tips. So, you know, to me, it's more about value than pricing, because if it is, for example, right, someone selling a vehicle, and let me say it's a high-end vehicle, and they said, well, here what, you're getting music, you're getting rims, you're getting all this with the vehicle. You now might be like, all right, more enticed to purchase the vehicle, but if you said a next vehicle, just so, you know, it will be like, no, you really want that. So it's all about value. Sometimes it's more about providing value to people than anything else.
So what it is that the general public don't know about marketing that you need to be out there lecturing? Like what it is that you're telling people that we might not know about marketing?
Well, the thing about it, right, in order to sell, you have to market first. True. And most people don't understand that sales and marketing is one. So I call it marketing.
Okay, I see what it is.
Right? So the thing about it is that in sales is not necessarily using the word selling. Brian Tracy says it well. Approach each customer with the idea of helping him or her solve a problem or achieve a goal.
Brian Tracy.
He's an author from back then. But I rather listen to these authors and even follow them, because back then they didn't have much technology. So they was using more psychology and understanding the human mind.
And things were
selling still. So when it is now, you implement these guys into your mindset and consuming that kind of content with technology that we had now.
The sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit. Correct, is right.
Yeah, now's the time.
Correct, because selling is something psychological, not necessarily technological. You just use technology for, you know, automation to make the work a little simple. So that's it basically.
When's the last time you sell something?
Sell something? Well, basically what I does, right, besides yesterday, because that's yesterday, a young lady, she does the forex trading, and she told me that she want to advertise on Instagram. So advertise story post. So that's yesterday.
So that is basically a
correct.
Service.
Yeah, because that is basically, it come like an intangible service, because it's not something that is tangible that you could see. So it's something in terms of advertisement which is intangible.
So you use the phrase just now and say young lady and that's market thought. So you marketing yourself out here for females or you already...
Well, the thing about it, right,
Water.
with the business, right, from a unique marketing, it was a woman clothes business. So due to COVID, you know, I realized that I have to pivot. And basically, I decided, well, if I'm in sales all this time, and then parties, boat rides, ain't going to come back today or tomorrow. You know, there's a new normal that we're in right now. So it's better I transition myself into sales and marketing, something that I know.
So you were doing the clothing like as an online store?
Online store,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So total push and
Total
you did
push.
delivering.
And basically, I use TT Post for delivering. When this company was around, pay-wise, I would like to say, I was making a pound and a crown.
Okay.
Reason being that every customer, they was able now to go buy any NLCB boot, which have over, I don't even know, thousands of NLCB boot. And it was so easy to make the payment and just send the receipt as proof as purchase. And sometimes like I tell the customers buying is 10, 15 items in a day.
So
And
that
that's
company
online
gone.
store. That company gone. I think it was owned by
So it's a new one.
the new one is WePay, but it's not that easy and it don't have
I
much.
hear about WePay.
It don't have much.
Limited.
It's limited. But pay-wise was easy though, because not everybody might have a credit card for WePay. But in terms of pay-wise, all you have to do is you go to the NLCB Lotto booth, provide the account number, and then you make your payment, and then send a receipt showing me that you made your payment, proof for purchase. And then now, I don't have to see you. I just go to the post, and I just get your information, and I send it directly to you. So that was best. But I believe, to be honest, sometimes in life, when things too good to be true, and when one man making a pound and a crown, and sad to say, is a black man who had only business, it could only go so far.
Okay. I understand.
Let me be real.
what
Let me
you're
be
saying.
real. It's Trinidad we live in. Yeah.
So were you seeing yourself on this marketing thing in the next 2 years, or is it?
Well, the thing about it, right, I building my brand awareness on all social media platforms right now. To be honest, I actually going to write a book because, you know, sometimes we feel that, you know, the youths might not be into the reading, but all business people into reading because reading and consuming great content is basically a trade in your mind. And once you're doing that everyday reading and consuming with great content, you will realize that you know how you speak different and how you watch life, everything will be speak different.
That intake.
So, correct. So I realize now that if I'm in sales and marketing for over 11 years, work with international companies like Whirlpool, Electrolux, was able to go Costa Rica to receive training and come back to Trinidad and train staff in terms of product knowledge for appliances, quartz, Reliable, Furniture Plus, and these places, right? So Electrolux is our appliance company, and I work with them selling large appliances, fridge, washing machine, stove, you know, dryer, and these sorts of things.
So you're well connected.
Correct.
Them links.
Yeah. So after all these years working with these companies now, I had to leave a legacy, and better my legacy be a book. Yes, some people say a legacy might be a trend. I don't have any right now, but you know, in a time, everything will fall in place.
A lot of people making drink over there, so you never know what happens.
Because at any day indoors, you know, you're frustrated. You know, your wife walking around, she looking beautiful.
Boy,
you know how they... Correct, it's right.
You know,
You want to go on the road to go in a pharmacy to get, you know, because you're studying.
I always say, when you leave the world, where you're leaving back, what's your legacy now?
True.
Like, you just come here and you just go on and that is it. Like, way back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People feel that the wealth is your house or is your car. The wealth is your books. Because your books in front of you will edify your mind. And when I edify your mind, then after you'll be creative and be able to present new ideas. And new ideas is basically just make people rich. Amazon.
Ideas is currency.
Correct. Correct is right. Perfect. You know, ideas is currency.
What are you going to say about Amazon there?
No, well, saying like Amazon is an idea.
Right.
An idea that start up
in on the internet.
home.
That a man was consistent on.
Correct. Whoever thought when he was, you know, telling people about that at a point in time that business.
Yeah. So much people fall off the map, you know, on the journey now.
Facebook.
The journey just be real tough.
Facebook in a house. Our next idea. And these people was able to purchase Instagram, WhatsApp, I believe, or YouTube. You know, so it's wonders.
So how does the general public get information on CTS College and actually studying the sales and marketing? Is it like a degree program, diploma program,
Well,
certificate?
the good thing about CTS, they're offering everything right now. CTS, there's visionaries. In the sense that they're seeing opportunity right now, knowing that how school is virtual, they're actually offering classes right now because they know that teachers not teaching the students the way they're supposed to, because you getting paid when you want come as a public servant. So if it is now, I could take all this work and group it into a small session and say, well, all right, class, it's the end. So what CTS doing right now, they have the website, so you could do your master's, you could do your degree, you could do professional development certificates they offer. They have trade also, like plumbing, air condition, plus they're offering education from primary school level straight up to tertiary level. So they
Primary school?
Primary school.
Wow.
That is something that I think started maybe like Monday gone or something. That only started recently. Yeah.
So they're just getting with the time.
They're just getting with the time. The only thing right now I want them to do, because let me be real, these Venezuelans, they come here to stay, right? And we now have to learn. Correct. So if now someone tap into the market and decided, well, let me give these Venezuelan children the opportunity to learn English in a school, that is a money-making idea. You understand? So if it is now, anybody right now take up the opportunity before someone else take up it, because let me be real, when you start a business first, no matter how much business come after, you will be the number one trusted brand. Basically, so it's a market to tap in.
So as something to ask you as a marketing guru, right? So social media supposed to be there to enhance the social interactions of humans. But I believe social media is the most anti-social thing ever, because you are literally not around somebody being social. You're talking behind a screen.
Correct.
Right? But I notice you are first with being social in real life.
Yeah.
So the question I'm asking you is it important to balance of speaking to people in real life, or now that we're in this modern times, it's only important to market only on social media?
Well, the thing about it, right, in sales, I just tell anyone, never limit yourself, because sales is a wide arena. Don't tell me because I sold appliances in the past that I now can sell technology, because once I could sell, all I have to do is update my brain in terms of understanding technology. And once you could do that, you could sell anything. You is the sales differentiator in the market. People buy into you and not the product or service, because everyone sells a product or service out there. And right now, with this technological world that we're living in, the same way how I on camera right now is the same way how I'll be in life. Sometimes they say fake it till they make it, but in a live video, you can't fake it in a live video.
Facts.
Correct. So social selling, I would say, is everything right now, because with social selling, you're not limited. You could sell somebody in China once it is what you're selling is vital to them, or bring out value to them.
In some way,
in some way. Correct.
Okay. Right. I believe that this episode was very important. My co-host, actually, before you reached out to us, my co-host told me that he wanted to interview somebody that deals with accounting, forex, marketing, production, different things. And here you come.
Just like that. I think that is just putting it out into the universe.
Understand,
and it came because I really want, people don't know a lot of things.
I know that. And especially young people. And let me be real, right? The Syrian have their money. They have their people to support them. The Chinese have the Chinese Association. The Indian is a community that, they have a community of their own. The black people, what we have, what leaders we have. Bottle of Hennessy, Jordan on our foot. Cool. You understand? So sometimes we thought, I will bring up my boy, for example, the SS Priest.
Okay.
He was doing a good job, not lying to say, but it's not his fault. Let me be real. It's the government.
What line you stuck in? What line you stuck in?
I know a couple of lines. But the thing about it, right, we want to fight on the brother, right? At the end of the day, if I was him, I would have come out and say, I had 20 million or 50 million. Okay. No, I wouldn't do that. Right? But I don't know what the guy have. But the thing about it, the man doing something good. Everybody, DSS, greatest DSS, this, that. The government come and take the money. Why it is, go on the government I went down.
Oh, you
No,
went
to
the
protest.
protest.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
my money.
He's not just a talker. You was.
Yeah.
I went down.
Okay, no problem.
I think a lot of people shame.
Yeah, but why be ashamed for? The thing about it, right? In America and all these other countries, they're not ashamed. We live in a third world country where we mindset backward and not forward.
We still third world. Always know if we got it.
We still third world because at the end of the day we
Still
lost third world because let me say now you work at a company and you go by the industrial court and you want to get a matter done within a certain time, it might take 5 years, it might take 10 years.
Yes, so that'll be a
So we
third
still
world country,
third
I
world.
understand.
And then we have people who in the jail cell who waiting on trial 10 years.
rolling over.
Look at that guy who died last year where the policeman take his knee and put it on his neck. George Floyd.
American.
Right?
Right.
His case going on right now after 1 year.
Yeah.
You imagine
But
if a
that's
police...
first world countries.
Right, but we like to tell you we third world because after first world or second world.
Okay.
Most people will say first world, third world, Yeah, so...
I mean, at least the case going on in Trinidad might not start.
No, it might not start.
You
That's
understand?
the thing. You understand? Yeah.
Yeah, there are people who get held in the past for like a smoke of marijuana and they're still in
Correct.
as a big criminal right now. Yeah, so yeah, disgusting.
It's disgusting, let me be real. It's disgusting.
Yeah. So before we leave the priest thing, right?
Mhm.
You feel it'll have any what's it what I'm looking for?
Positive outcome.
Yeah, from that.
Well, at the end of the day, I honestly believe the guy is not a bad guy. I will be real because I just sit down and observe. I know him, previously in the party world because when he was doing parties, I believe he even come one of my parties. I used to throw pool parties, BBM pool party, one time about 6 long time ago. And knowing him from a long time before, I know he was a genuine person.
Priest was the BBM party.
No, he used to come my party. I used to throw parties.
Okay.
But I know he used to throw parties also too. I can't remember the name of the party offhand right now, but he used to throw parties and all too.
Right.
So everybody know everybody because
Nice.
it was parties that they know everybody.
Nice.
So.
Understood.
But I believe that he's a honest individual and I believe that something good will come out of it because there's a lot of poor people money involved. And the old people say, don't let poor people cry on you. Not crying on him, but crying the government. You understand?
I want
Because
to ask a general question. Do not be too specific with your finances. But did you profit more from that financial endeavor, or did you break even, or did you end up in a loss?
well, the thing about it, I profit more,
Okay.
right? But I reinvest. So when you reinvest now,
That's a little issue.
there's a little issue. But I choose to
To do that,
because I saw that I was earning. So I believe a lot of people did that, but they wouldn't come out and say that's the thing.
Okay.
Because you go in the lowest denomination, which is 3,500, you get 20,000. You tell me you in profit.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Let me be real.
Yeah. Cool.
But I honestly think is people shame that they just
Yeah.
don't want to go out. They invite so much people.
But
You know.
People will say, right, it's a pyramid scheme. But hear this. Let me say we's a family here. And I invest 3,500 and I get 40,000. And you invest 3,500 and you invest 3,500 and you only lost that and I have 40,000. Right? And we's a family. And I say, well, here what? I gain you 10, I remain at how much? 20.
Yeah.
We lost?
People don't think so.
So if each family did that, you could never lose.
Now, what you doing there speaking about perfect things in a perfect world?
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
brother,
Well,
We know
that
We
is
give 'em
the-
40.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
my
the
fault.
that's the downfall.
Yeah,
That's the downfall. That's why we don't have that togetherness. That's why I talk about all the ethnic backgrounds of people
Before,
where they have that togetherness and we don't have that. We don't have nobody to stand up for we.
Yeah.
You understand? It has so much of black people, influential black people out there. I ain't want to call no names,
no.
right? But what they are doing for the people, Martin Luther King said, life most persistent and urgent question is what you are doing to help others. And when you think about that, what you really doing to help others?
So you're not Martin Luther King, but
Correct.
basically you're still helping society, black people by enlightening them of how to market products, how to do this. how to
Yeah,
do
because
that. So,
at the end of the day, right, let's say you have a business here, which you have a business, right? And I was able, yeah,
music videos, videography, weddings, pictures, everything. Sorry about that.
yeah, no problem. And I was able to cry you from 0% to 10%. I help you come
It's something in
reach.
society.
Correct.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, sales and marketing is like the backbone.
Backbone of the organization,
Almost
correct?
everything, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, right, who paying the accountant, who paying the marketer, who paying the CEO?
People.
The CEO had to love you because you going out there and getting people to buy into you because of the products that the company sells. You know, so you had to love a salesperson. Let's be real.
Yeah, facts.
And once you could sell, you could sell anything.
Yeah. Coca-Cola. I want to know who's the marketing man behind that company. Because them doing this since a while now. Like, them know about marketing. Understand? It's the original level, like a Coca-Cola marketing.
So you'd say sales and marketing is like a super career for young.
I would say it's a super career and the thing about sales and marketing is for everybody. Like the course I offer at CTS is for everybody. You don't have to be a sales professional to come to that course, because why? You sell yourself in the work environment, you sell yourself in the family life, and you sell yourself in a job interview. So if on a daily basis, so you can't tell me, hey, this guy offering sales and marketing, but I'm not into sales and so I'm not coming to your course. Once it is you want to make money in this life, you have to come to the course. You understand? Yeah, facts.
Before we get into this segment where we ask random questions, is there anything specifically again in the field of marketing that you need to tell the youths right now?
The sales and marketing, you have to understand and implement the basic. Because hear this, right? You want to go into advanced selling, but you forget to be genuine with your customer. Anytime you tell your customer a lie, and in the future that customer gets to find out that you are telling them a lie, you will lose all credibility and trust, and your sales will be at a peak and it will come straight back down. So it all come down to the basic. You have to understand and always implement the basic, because the basic is your foundation.
It have nothing else to say, but I respect that.
Yeah.
Because that is facts.
Facts. Correct.
Yeah. We just want to go into this segment where we ask you some random questions, and may not have nothing to do with marketing specifically. You can try your best and see honest, you can answer them.
Random questions.
Right. Let's see, we can ask you here, right? Definitely not that one. Not this one either. You know what? You choose one. Because, like, I
So when
right? If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing? For example, if you wasn't into marketing and doing course and whatnot with marketing, what do you feel you would be doing with your life?
To be honest,
The two eyebrows raised this, I'll be going somewhere.
I used to play football. Right?
Okay.
I play football with Republic, and I play football with St. Augustine Senior Comprehensive.
Okay.
Right? And back then, I would say that I was good at football. And I was getting an opportunity for a scholarship, to be honest, to go away.
You used to play football with St. Augustine?
Yeah, St. Augustine, right? And I play football with Republic also too. And I realized that a lot of people, when they went abroad and they went on a university in terms of, scholarship or whatnot, they just played football and returned to their country. They wasn't able to go further. Okay. So I told myself, here what? Better I just go in a university in Trinidad and obtain a degree and focus on something. Because yes, you could go away, you might get a degree up there, but really and truly,
what's the next step?
I catch you. So I really tried to, work it out, and a lot of people I know that went across there, and I thought, they would have done better. They come back in Trinidad and looking for a job, and you want to know, well, you went across there and but then again now it boiled back down to networking, because I can't leave a third world country, going first world, though you didn't make it in football. You tell me all that time you didn't network with the right individual to boost yourself. So something wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Something wrong.
You listen to music and thing, my chance?
Yes, listen to music.
Who's your favorite artist?
To be honest with you, my favorite artist is Kelly Bang.
Kelly Bang?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because they watch our marketing and stuff.
No, but I'll be honest with you here now.
So before that, you didn't have no artist?
Nobody.
I recently realized that what music you're intaking is something that could play tricks on your mind.
Right.
So I realized, yes, that might be my favorite artist, but when I do my work and stuff, I realized that listening to jazz music, and I even Google it, they say if you listen to jazz music 12 minutes for the day, it builds your brain. It builds your thinking capacity. So what I realize now, if I feeling down and out, because not every day you wake up in the morning and you feel good. So some days now if you're feeling down and out, and you know I doing work and you're not really, you know, your brain not really thinking the way it's supposed to think. I will throw in a little jazz. Let me be real. There's nothing about to say, well, you know, you feel that your day that you listen to jazz, but people have to understand that you need motivation, and sometimes, you know, words or people trying to motivate is not enough. You need self-motivation.
Of course. So what Skelly Bang motivating you to do?
The thing about Skelly Bang, right? He motivated me now when I and an individual, you know, get an argument. I feel now to pick up a gun and go and kill. Let me be real. And that is something bad, because when I drive in my car and let me see somebody give me a bad drive, I don't look into out and curse words. You understand? Because music does influence you, the type of music. Because if you listen to the slow music, you might be thinking about a past relationship that went sour. If you're thinking about, you know, Skelly Bang now, you'll be thinking, well, I want to go and buy some coke and flip it over and make some money.
But you say that's your favorite artist.
It's my favorite artist, but I would not. No, that's the thing about it, because so that's why I'm bringing the jazz music now, because you had to get jacket. The artist, he's the best right now. Facts. He have a great voice, everything he words, you can, you know, everything. So
you like who's best anytime, and who you just go with.
Correct, yeah.
But he's a marketing man, so you know, You're too professional for that question right now, and that one too also.
What you are?
Yeah. Would you rather be rich and famous or rich without the fame?
That's a good question.
But I feel you will answer and say rich with the fame. Because you had a network as well.
Do so.
Rich with the fame.
Rich with the fame.
Rich with the fame, yeah.
Me personally, I need to be famous if I have money, because people need to know I have money.
True.
It's quietly rich. Like
You want to see
that one?
See.
The guests we have today and these questions.
If you were stranded in the desert, what 3 things would you need to survive?
Most important, I being honest with you, water, a Bible, and the third one, I can't even say for the third
Bible.
one.
Next bottle of water.
Next bottle of water, or you know, just fasting.
Understand? I wouldn't even question that. Facts. I want to end the episode on something positive, right? Before we just end up, bro. I just want to say that in life, everything is formless, and I like to be formless. So we had Trevor Sayers, we had this, we had all type of guests. But your episode is equally important, because in life we need to learn about health, we need to learn about marketing, we need to learn about anything. We like to have a doctor next. So at the Random Podcast, we open to everybody. And I just want to thank you for even selecting this podcast to come on.
And share some light and information.
Thanks for taking us serious enough to think that you could approach us, because I guess if you was on too much kicks thing, you might find like a too kicks to come on top of marketing. So I just want to thank you for choosing us to speak about marketing and taking our podcast serious enough to come on.
And another thing, how much is it cost to do the sales and marketing course?
Well, right now,
right
now we actually going into that, because what I'm offering right now is more than usual. So in the sales process, you just use a tool called CRM, which is Customer Relationship Management Tool. So that tool now basically, it actually make you be able to attract more leads. You know, your sales will go up, let's say 60%. You wouldn't be going into email and then losing files. When it is now you pick up the phone and you're talking to your prospect, you will know exactly what the prospect said before, because all these information will be in that tool, and everyone in the office now, if it's a company, could be able now to access that tool to find out.
There's a program.
Correct. So with the sales and marketing course, I'm offering that now, because the course from before, it was just the CRM tool alone, but I wasn't offering that. Someone else was offering that. But in sales, they can't offer that course alone by itself. So you need to implement that in the sales process. So I believe now the sales and marketing course will be, maybe a little more, but it's more value you're getting than for money.
That's reiterate again what we find in here.
On all platforms, Facebook, Antonio Prescott, Instagram, Antonio Prescott, YouTube, Antonio Prescott, LinkedIn, Antonio Prescott, Instagram, Facebook, a unique _ marketing. That's my business page.
When all the messaging this man comes serious. He does not play with punctuality. He's very serious when it comes to calling and making appointments. Do not take it for kicks. He's a very serious businessman. I know this personally. So take it very serious, and I think that people should contact you and find out.
Reach out and go and learn some sales and marketing.
Antonio, thanks for being
Appreciate
on the Random podcast. And hopefully we blow up more. Hopefully you blow up more. We can have a part 2 and we have some more money and we drink some fancy stuff.
And in closing, I would like to say something. I would like to say it was a pleasure to be on this podcast to enlighten, the young millennials, the people who want to, increase their business, because everyone wants to scale a business. You're at point A today, you want to be at point C, you want to be at point D. So I hope that everyone could listen to this podcast from beginning to end, because the other podcast, yes, we was having kicks, bacchanal and these kind of things, but this is something to edify you, and it could take you a long way. We listen to all these professionals internationally. Let's listen to our local professional right here, and let's see how far we could go as a community, and we want to scale, and we should be regional. And Randomish, I wish you all the best. And
thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it. We increasing with mind span.
Today,
correct,
on this episode with Antonio on the Random Podcast.
Peace.